We were looking at the fence here. We're gonna fix it. Just tighten up those lines later on. But we are looking at someday in the future building a nice pretty fence up there. I knew he was going to do it a certain way. Take this off. I agree with him, but then I found this awesome timber fence or fencing or whatever you want to call it. Man, I'm like, I'm in love with this. Looks nice. And he's like, yeah, we need a mill for that. And I was like, well, if we get a mill, then he'll get what he wants and I'll get what I want, right? So he's like, gotta make that money, honey. I'm like, okay, we'll figure out how, right?
Oh, ahí mismo la vamos a quemar arriba.
Ajá, ahí mismo, pero nomás quiero que abrirle un poco, para moverle para acá, y esto para allá, para que si no agarra, para que no agarre caminando para allá. Y si no se agarra. Esos son los que se comen.
Ajá.
Pero se comen muy poquito. Son los que comen los de estos. almost all done. Well, at least with that portion of the fence. Time to move on to this piece. And we're going to burn it all the way up to this tree right here. Dead tree. So, here we go.
Alright, so coming over here, talking with Gladys. She's started doing this little safety barrier because we're not chopping down these cedar trees just as of yet. But we do need to clear an area out here. So this will kind of be like a stopping point to be able to continue clearing all this out. I got your torch all ready to go. That's her favorite. And I'm going to take over the loppers and continue getting this out. But I think we'll go ahead and throw you guys back to a time lapse. And we're going to continue after it. All right.
We are calling it a day. We did half of, or should I say 1/4 of the front of the property since 8 in the morning.
Not the whole property.
I know, that's why I said front, the front, about 1/4.
Oh, that side's the front too.
I know, that's why I said 1/4. Didn't you listen? This is half of the property. The other one's the other half of the property. So if you divide it, it's 1/4 of this property. Look at this beauty. So we cleared out over there. We burned all the way up to this tree here. Good thing we didn't burn the tree, but hey, I try. So I burned, I kicked the stand. Sorry guys. Sorry. But we burned it, or I burned it, and I should take the phone off the stand. Oh no, I dropped my, oh no, glove down, glove down. Okay. So, burned it. There's still those darn thorns. And so we got to chop them up a bit. Well, it made it easier for us to get to them. We got to chop them down, pile them up, and burn them. But this is what we got so far. Whee! Teamwork. But isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. Having a marvelous view. Da-da-da. like Dad's majestic pile of firewood. Isn't that awesome? It's all the work he's done, him and Mama. I know it has nothing to do with this project, but I just wanted to show the view from where their house is going to be and the fence. Everything ties up together, so everything's part of the project. Mr. Anson, Dwayne. Hey, baby, let's go. Tomorrow we'll finish it off. After I go into town, I need to get more water and milk. Yay. So, while the guys are finishing up that fence and bringing me the brush, I am burning. I'm burning brush and burning all these vines. Yep. So I got 4 fires going. 3 of them are just leaf brush. Leaves that I've piled up, or Dad's piled up, or anyone, and then everything that we got from the fence. Looking good, looking good. Hey! Here he comes with more. So, yep. That's what we're doing. Now I gotta go pile the rest of these on top of each other. Well, I'm getting smoked at.
You want a tripod? That way you can tend to your fire.
It's okay. I'm gonna tend to my fire. Alright, gotta go. I'm just taking care of some leaves while they're gone. Yep. Made a nice little line across. I've divided my portion here and just fired on one side so that it can crawl to the other side. Made a big old circle around. Yep. So it's just walking. Just waiting. All my other little piles are all burnt out, except for the big burn pile over there. They went ahead and finished the fencing over here, except for those trees right there. We're just gonna clear them out because we got 1, 2 trees back there that are tall on the other side of the power line. Those are going to need to be taken down by the tractor. That way it doesn't fall towards the power line, instead away. So that'll have to be done when little Mac is fixed. Yeah, because he blew a tire. So in the meantime, the boys are gone. Mama's going to play with fire. Whee! Don't worry. It is controlled. It is controlled. But look at this. So when I was walking the fire over here, because I started over here, you can probably see the line. I cleared out a big old line, big old pathway opening so that I can start the fire. This was on the way. You could tell that this trunk was super, dry. So there it is. I wonder if some armadillos live down there. I don't know. But they're going to be vacated for sure. But, yeah, look at my shadow. Hey, shadow. But yeah, I know. This is what I'm doing. Man, this property is looking nice every day. I'm so excited. I'm happy. Very, very happy. I'm sweating too. Yeah. Oh. And I burned my shirt. What should I say? I got a hole on it. It was meant to be working out here. I think I snagged it and burned it or something. But, yeah. It's hot. It's hot. It's a hot day today. It's a nice day. Nice day playing with fire while they're gone. Trying to take it off. Yeah, so many things to do this year. So many things. We were looking at the fence here. We're going to fix it. Just tighten up those lines later on. But we are looking at someday in the future building a nice pretty fence up there. I knew he was going to do it a certain way. Take it off. I agree with him. But then I found this awesome timber fence or fencing or whatever you want to call it. Man, I'm like, I'm in love with this. Looks nice. And he's like, yeah, we need a mill for that. And I was like, well, if we get a mill, then he'll get what he wants and I'll get what I want, right? So he's like, you got to make that money, honey. I'm like, okay, we'll figure out how, right? There's so many possibilities, so many ways for us to make our dreams come true. Just don't give up, right? Don't give up. So I'm happy. I'm here. No more work. Well, no more working in school. I am going to miss that. I do miss that. But, man, I love watching how this property is changing. Dad was talking about this man drove up. Cute old couple. Drove by here. And they stopped. And, God, some amazing folks there. And they just saw the property. And they're like, this is yours? I was like, Dad's like, yep, this is my daughter's and my son-in-law's. And then Dad thinks, he's like, I don't know what it is about this property that's not the first person that passes by and looks at it and asks, and is pleasant. And we've met some good people. We've met some good people. We've met some good people so far. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess it's probably the change, because it used to look like a big old forest back here. Maybe that's... Here we are.
This is going to be the entrance to our property.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Just putting some love into it, that's all. Putting some love into it. Well, I'll let you see more fire. Right. Still going good. Looking good. Just a girl and her blowtorch. Yeah.
Yeah, just a girl and her torch. That's hilarious. So here we are on to another day. I'm actually here, just me and the girls. Gladys and Mom and Dad had to run up to the city for appointments and such, and do a little bit of shopping. But let's get up here back to the front, take a look of everything they got done, and then we'll tell you what's going on with it. It is a little bit windy, so I do apologize if that picks up, but here we go. That's what it looks like. It's all opened up, and basically what's going to have to happen, right, is we're going to be taking down this fence, taking down the barbed wire, taking down all the T-posts, and then all of this dirt, rocks, vegetation, right, we're going to get it kind of flattened out that way, because obviously for years and years and years, right, the road grader that comes by comes in and just knocks down the road and pushes all the dirt to this side. So obviously it gets trapped, like any rain or stuff like that, all gets trapped here and then goes that way, and then it's going to start washing out the driveway, or where we plan to put a driveway. And I don't want that. I'd rather just natural water flow down in to the hillside. Obviously there is a culvert here, So we will be putting, and that's for water coming from that side, coming down, because that's a ridge, right? Everything flows downhill until it gets to the creek, which is basically there. But there is this little area here that we will have to put a culvert in right here, because this is going to remain a driveway for Mom and Dad's cabin. Like I said, do apologize for the wind. Alright, so I needed to come back over here to kind of get out of the wind just a little bit, but that's the front fence area cleared out. And yes, I know we're jumping back and forth from project to project, and that's probably going to continue to happen. Just all depends on weather. It's all going to depend on financial needs and whether we can get supplies for some things or not. So obviously with this fence, the final fence that we plan to put in, I think Gladys has finally found what she actually wants. Because we've looked at a few different things, and one of the fences that I had, like for me personally, that I fell in love with, we have 50% of those supplies, and that's the cedar trees, right? Be able to cut down the cedar to have the posts, just all natural. I mean, you kind of de-skin them or whatnot, and just have the natural cedar look, and then you're putting a type of fencing in between it, which was gonna be kind of like the it's like a vinyl coated fencing that has like the 2-inch square or 1-inch square or whatever, or like a 2x4 type square opening. Anyway, it's a metal fence, but it's vinyl coated to be black. So it's a black fence up against a cedar post, just to kind of help with, you know, keeping critters in, keeping critters out type thing. And with that, obviously we don't have that materials to be able to fix that fence, right? So the other type of fence that she wants requires a lot of planks, a lot of planking. And then there's another type of fence that she likes that is all basically like a timber, you know, timber frame. It's like a 6x6 post, you know, that's, and like the whole fence uses 6x6 timbers. So to be able to do something like that, I need a sawmill. So I think what's going to happen is we're just going to, for now, fix the barbed wire. I always say bob, but it's barbed wire. Get that fixed, just to be able to have some, you know, something there. And then whenever it comes time, we will get the sawmill. That's going to come over here, back behind me. And then we'll be able to finish that entire fence project, because the entire front of the property is going to be getting that style of fence, and then for the rest going around, it's just going to be the barbed wire. So but fence projects are always going to be never ending around here. There are going to be some other type of interior type fencing that we're going to do, right? Because we have an area here that we want to get cleared up and have a fence in between where the shop areas are and where the house area is. Something a little more decorative. And then that'll be taken care of. So fence projects, right? There's a bunch of them. A lot that we will be filming, some that we may not. So we will see what happens there. But we definitely thank you guys for following the journey. Now we need to get back to clearing out the area for the gathering house. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I'm going to have it listed here. We have the playlist here. Continue to follow the journey. 2 icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. Go check out the side channel, because you get a lot of behind the scenes type stuff with that. And then last but not least, remember to always thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.